okay, marrying someone from a different culture is really a big challenge. It means that one has to live outside of your own nation permanently, because you'll have to move from your own culture, from your own place. You leave your family, you join another family with a different culture. This means that it requires patience and responsibilities. Yeah, because you have to ensure that you're comfortable and happy with that person before marrying, before getting into marriage. Some of the challenges are language barrier, food, and distance. See, like marrying someone from another culture means that you have a hard time understanding each other's humor. This means that funny some things that are funny to one will not be funny to the other person. You will have to explain your humor to another person, which is really terrible. Some jokes from, like an example, some jokes from TV shows, childhood games.
Intercultural marriage are tough when you get into them because this is a new culture. You have to learn what works for them, what's different from mine, and how do I make it work because I love this person and I have to find a way to incorporate them as well. So the various ways: one, you have to learn how to listen, because in learning to listen you learn how to pay attention to what's important to your partner. Second, learn how to pay attention to both cultures, where you embrace yours in as much as you embrace theirs. Don't pay too much attention to yours that you lose sight of what the other person's culture is. In paying attention, you learn the taboos, you learn what is right, what is wrong, and what works for them, and how to make them better. Third, you educate yourself, either through internet, either through your colleagues or your friends who are from a similar culture. That way you learn more than you because there are couples who get into a marriage and maybe because of being brought up in the city, you do not know what your culture expects you to do. So educating yourself, make sure that you can embrace your partner's culture and you learn more, and you also teach them as well what your culture needs you to do.
So, what do we understand by intercultural marriage? Intercultural marriage is marriage between two different cultures. It could be a black person marrying a white person, or vice versa. But many societies today do not embrace intercultural marriage. Why? Because of language barrier, or they feel like they do not embrace their own culture or appreciate it in any way, or it's just racism itself. So, in my opinion, I think blending cultures together helps to have that powerful and that distinct bond with the partner, and you're able to even withstand the challenges that come with it. So, on to the first point of an advantage of intercultural marriage is that it helps us to appreciate culture, and it helps us to learn how to appreciate the culture of the other, and you happen to have to. So you do happen to develop love for that person and their culture and how they appreciate marriage itself. Another point is what most couples would like to venture in, and is to try new foods. And through trying these new foods, you're able to even have a cultural twist in the common dishes. Another advantage of intercultural marriage is that one has another advantage is that we are able to converse with each other through learning each other's languages. And I think it's an interesting thing to learn a different language from the one you are used to. And learning this language even creates a stronger bond with your other partner. And I think if all cultures are able to embrace intercultural marriages, then we are able to even withstand the challenges that come with it.
There are three main root causes of intercultural communication. As we all know, Language has always been perceived as a link, but it can constitute as a barrier. Across cultures, we have different phrases, different words. So, countries sharing the same English language, a word like yes can vary from maybe I'll consider it to definitely so, with many shades in between. So, furthermore, different cultures that do not share the same language becomes extremely difficult. Two, cultural diversity. Communication varies between cultures. For example, the use of nonverbal cues like gestures, eye contact, personal distance take different form in different cultures. Three, ethnocentrism. So ethnocentric behavior can cause racism and can also cause chauvinism. So like people tend to judge cultures, different cultures, with their culture. For example, when I say, my culture is the best, your culture is the worst, I don't like your culture. In short, it's basically people judging their cultures with their own. Yeah, that's the word, with their own. So these problems of intercultural communication can be avoided if we all develop mindfulness, if we have that sense of flexibility, if we seek knowledge to know other culture, we become humble to know other culture, and we become to know other culture. What else? Yeah, thank you, bye.